Oh, say, can you see? Just kidding, I am not Pink, but she could get it. I mean, she got it with the flu. She hit those notes, all the octaves. I was proud. The game was good too. I didn't really watch the commercials. Justin Timberlake, I didn't really get it. But I did get this buffalo dip. So I wanted to end our series on a high note. Something that was super approachable, that most people have had before, that's very popular, and I didn't reinvent the wheel, but I think I amped up the version. I did it my way. So, as Frank Sinatra said, do it your own way. Do it. Anyway, I guess that's my intro. I was gonna try to be even more clever, but that's all I got. We're starting with butter, like a quarter of a cup, and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. This is important because when you're adding these onions in next, you're gonna get the high burning temperature of the olive oil with the flavor of the butter, all in your caramelization. It's a good situation. So marry those 2 bad boys together. We're gonna throw about 1 medium sweet medallion onion in it. It comes out to about a cup. And then we're gonna hit it with some kosher salt. And the reason why the kosher salt is so important is it extracts the liquid inside the onion. So it gets rid of the water, the moisture, and it allows it to concentrate the flavor and caramelize. So don't skip on the salt, be pretty liberal with it. You'll notice with every seasoning, I put about 2 teaspoons in each of the portion cups, and then I season throughout. I wanna make sure that at the end you can taste a little bit of everything, but that it's a nice, balanced marriage. There's Briar in the back. Kind of like Where's Waldo? Where's the freaking Yorkie? Just looking for me to drop something. But I don't think I did this time. Alright, next is celery. You know, celery and buffalo go together like peas and carrots, like Jenny and Forrest. That's a tough joke, but I thought it was funny. Anyway, now that I'm done with my dad jokes, I'm gonna add in crushed red pepper. And in all the other videos, I said they're for a crowd, they're for everyone, so I didn't really add a lot of heat. But this one I'm making on a Friday night in an attempt, a mad attempt, to get it up before I went out of town for the Super Bowl party. That was like 2 hours away from my house. The point is, it didn't render in time, so here it is after. But this will work for NBA parties, for MLB parties, or just for like a block party, or whenever. So I added some mustard, and it was ground mustard. And the ground mustard is a nice earthy flavor. It adds a nice complexity to our overall flavor profile, and I think, I don't know, a little something extra. An Elle Woods reference, if you will. I am all about a reference today. Next is shredded chicken. And I actually made this in the Instapot. My parents are notorious for getting great Christmas gifts for us when we never give them lists. This year I was a little confused. I'm not a quick and easy cook, and that's really what I thought the Instapot would be good for. But what I found is I could take this frozen chicken breast, put it in the Instapot with some chicken broth, and then 15 minutes after pressurization, I had perfectly cooked, moist chicken. And then I just utilized my hand mixer to shred it. I then add some coriander. That's actually what cilantro comes from. It's a nice limey, bright flavor. Again, really trying to amp up what's happening. There I am with my Chardonnay. Yeah, this recipe is brought to you by my buzz. I was a little tuckered that night, and the Chardonnay got me through it, pulled me through the situation, and made it, I think, even more delicious. I think I'm more liberal with my seasoning when I'm enjoying a buttery Chardonnay. I guess you be the judge. Try it and let me know. Next, I'm gonna add some minced garlic. Garlic's always a fun thing to add to the party. It's sweet, it's garlic, it's great. There's so many things you could say about it, but you know what garlic is. So garlic, mustard, coriander, we're really starting to layer up these flavors and make it so the end of this will be a nice, robust bite. So, we're gonna swirl everything around. The chicken's already been cooked through, so you don't really need to worry about cooking it. Next is the star, buffalo sauce, right? So I use about 2 cups, but you can use however much you want. If you need it to be more mild, add some butter to your sauce. I use Frank's Red Hot. I think it's a nice temperature. The goal with this, though, is at the end, you kind of want to see a river of buffalo sauce throughout, and that means that the chicken hasn't absorbed all of it. I get a little nervous when the chicken absorbs it all because I don't want it to be, I don't know, too dry, and I want the nice orange color from the buffalo sauce. So you can see that little river of orange. That means we didn't add too much buffalo. We added the perfect amount. Next is the Philadelphia cream cheese. I say Philadelphia cream cheese because I'm not a huge generic fan basically ever. Sometimes it's okay, but especially with dairy, like in mayonnaise, like dairy, like cream cheese or sour cream, I just feel like there's this weird chemical aftertaste to not the good stuff. So don't skim. It's not that much more, and your food's only as good as what you put in it, right? You get out what you put in. So I like Philadelphia cream cheese. So just blend this guy in there, smush him around. It's already pretty hot, so it should incorporate relatively easily. And then we're just gonna kind of fold it on top of itself over and over and over again. Once that goes in, next we're gonna do some cheddar jack. I'm gonna kind of skip over that. You know what cheddar jack is. I'm gonna go right to the last ingredient, which is blue cheese. Now, I love a controversial ingredient, and I love really bold flavor. And I could eat blue cheese on its own because I like it. I know that a lot of people get freaked out by blue cheese and they think that they don't like it. I would say the same thing about horseradish or goat cheese. I found though that I can make people love it if I pair it with other big bold flavors. A lot of times people put goat cheese or blue cheese or horseradish and like that's the star. And I always feel like the star is only as good as the things around it, right? You know, my favorite singers are only as good as their backup singers. So you gotta make sure that you're supporting this with other big bold flavors. So since we have the mustard and the coriander and the garlic and the buffalo, you can add the blue cheese, and it's not a huge deal. And honestly, even if you don't like blue cheese, you're not gonna taste this and go, oh, blue cheese. It's just another addition of flavor. We're gonna finish it off with another half a cup of the cheddar jack and about a quarter cup of blue cheese. I'm gonna put it in my oven with the broiler turned on high for about 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure you watch this because when you broil stuff, I feel like there's a thin line between bubbly, brown, perfection, and burn, right? So just make sure you're keeping an eye on it. Here I go again, cleaning up because I'm not in a garden. Still don't have minions, but I do appreciate the few offers I have gotten in the comments for minions, and when I can afford a minion, you will be the first one that I talk to. I don't want to burn my butcher block, so granite slabs next, some tortilla chips, and then I'm going to refill my Chardonnay. I'm going to do it off camera. I encourage everyone to drink responsibly and legally and to not hurt nobody. But yeah, if you're not going to hurt anybody, then enjoy yourself. Here's the final product. I probably would have wiped the edges off if I was really thinking correctly and making this for real life people, not just myself. But I think it's pretty beautiful. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out for the game day series. Up next, we're gonna do some soup. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. Soup slurps instead of game day bites. Anyway, I don't ever know how to end these, but I do know I'm grateful for every single person that clicks subscribe or follows me at N8LOWEN on Instagram. Whatever you do, I hope you have a great and blessed day, and I'll talk to you soon, and I'll figure out how to end these in a way that's not weird. I just need like a tagline. Bye.